Welcome back to the realm of my explorations and another week of adventuring with me, Angie. This past week unfolded with a celebration of pride, the careful preparation of wood to ward off winter's chill, and silly moments kayaking with friends. In this new chapter, I find myself confronting something long neglected, savoring my moments of solitude and introspection, and delighting in the serendipitous emergence of new connections. So cute. The house is all mine now. After 4 days immersed in the company of my friends, I'm yearning for solitude this week. I exist as an introverted extrovert, an enigmatic blend that finds solace in the presence of others, yet draws sustenance from the depths of my own being. When all is said and done, I need seclusion and the opportunity to recharge my whole self. It comes as no surprise that after an exhaustingly eventful weekend, my attention turned to the incomplete state of my home, a realization that gnawed at me as I struggled to get cozy. I spend so much time outside, my home has mostly just been there to eat, rest my body, and occasionally work at the desk. I had resolved to reserve the interior transformation for the cold and rainy season, when I would inevitably find myself confined within these walls. But the current disarray of open boxes, bare floors, and disjointed spaces is stirring an unsettling restlessness within me. I still intend to postpone painting and redecoration until the late fall and winter, but I decided to undertake a few endeavors to infuse the place with slightly more warmth and comfort. I also dedicated some time to care for my yard, and when I felt fulfilled with that work, I indulged in a personal pleasure: baking a pie. The memory escapes me as to when I last made a pie, yet thought has fluttered within the recesses of my mind for weeks now, and since I had the entire day, I just went for it. Usually I take it upon myself to make the pie crust, but in the famous words of the Barefoot Contessa, store-bought is just fine. It may not have showcased my finest work, but what delighted me was the realization that I could embrace spontaneity, knowing full well that imperfections may ensue. This new freedom to explore and act without the burden of perfection is a testament to my personal growth. And, to be clear, do not be fooled by its homely appearance. This pie was nothing short of divine. I could have exercised patience, allowing it to cool and firm, but it granted me every desire I held within my heart. The crust, buttery and flaky, melded harmoniously with the fruits, conjuring a deep caramel symphony that was only further enhanced by the vanilla. Topped with a scoop of ice cream, it reduced me to my knees in sheer ecstasy. It was a solid pie, and I look forward to the next creation. Good morning. It is Thursday, and my handyman / new friend is here, and we are gonna go cut up an oak tree. Ooh. We are gonna go cut up an oak tree. On Thursday, Oval came by to help with the daunting task of cutting and splitting a magnificent oak tree that fell near the garden. The broken oak obstructed a portion of land I earmarked for construction, and with it being such high-quality firewood, I knew I wanted to tackle it now. I cleared a path to the giant tree while Oval prepared his chainsaw, and for nearly 8 hours we worked, slicing, splitting, transporting, and stacking this wood. After clearing a third of the tree, the thought of tackling another section tempted me, but instead, I wanted relief from the heat and succumbed to the call of the river and its cool embrace. Submerging myself in its icy waters after a day of work proved to be exactly what I required, and I enjoyed the opportunity to spend more time with Oval and explore this friendship. I wasn't sure what I expected when we met, but it's been comfortable and fun, and I'm especially grateful to have the help at the house. After hours of tree clearing yesterday, I devoted today to unabashed idleness. I really cherish these moments of solitude where it almost feels like magic intertwines with the very fabric of my existence. Here in the river, I find myself lost in an ethereal realm where the sun caresses the glistening waters and thoughts of mine converge from the farthest reaches of existence. It's in these reflective moments that I find myself acknowledging the river as a portal, and I'm unafraid to surrender to its embrace. On this scorching day, amid the relentless heat wave that stifled my town, I noticed some overgrowth on one of the driveways. The battle against the persistent weeds commenced early, and I had to remind myself to just stay focused on one piece at a time here. It's already like 90 degrees. The sun's intensity just grew with every moment. After working, I rewarded myself with a retreat to the river. I found a spot in the shade and let the cold waters refresh my soul. What do I want my narrative to be? Last night I was with my friends here at the river, and as I was weighed with two options, I thought, well, what do I want? It's my narrative. And just saying that out loud made me really realize, like, I am writing the story of my life, and I wanted to have some time to really reflect and think about, what does that story look like? How is that story changing? How is it evolving? And how do I, the main character in it, evolve with it? So that's what we're doing at the river today. I happened to look up at one point and saw two of my friends walking on the opposite bank of the river. Though they're staying at my house for the weekend, they're sort of doing their own thing, so it was a true delight to see them at the river and give us this moment together. We spent a bit of time with one another before going our separate ways, and when they returned to the house that evening, we all got together for some work in the garden. Thank you for coming with me on yet another unplanned week of adventures. If the moments I've shared have stirred your imagination, I'd greatly appreciate if you take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Next week I do my own 4th of July festivities with a friend, continue clearing the land, and find my way to some hidden river sanctuaries known solely to the locals. I can't wait to share more, and I'll see you next week. Bye!